Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Bad Boys 2. That's it, just Bad Boys 2. Back when movies just had numbers after their name when they were sequels. Instead of having to come up with a cool tagline without a number, so you have to figure out which movie came before the other one when you're rewatching them. This movie, just Bad Boys 2. You know it's the second one. Okay, so this movie, again, stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, much like the first one, but now they have added Gabrielle Union, as well as, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this because I don't think I've heard his name out loud, Jordi Mala? Jordi Mala? He's the drug lord guy in this movie. And he's also like one of my favorite characters in the movie Riddick. So I love him in this movie. He has so many quotable lines and just says so many funny things. It's great. And he's also really excellent in Riddick, so go watch that movie too. But anywho, so this movie came out in 2003. The first one came out in 1995, and I think that amount of time has passed in the in-universe realm as well. And Martin Lawrence has a sister who's in the DEA and gets, things are happening in Miami, and so they get involved. And more than that, I'm just not going to go into because you watch this movie, you watch these movies for like the character interactions, and that's the thing is that this movie in particular, I think, probably the weakest on the storyline, because the first one you're getting introduced to characters and you have that like just main running gag of Martin Lawrence and Mike Lowrey having that switcheroo thing, but whatever. And then I'm not going to get into the third and fourth one right now, but this one, it is excellent on the action. So the first movie, budget of 19 million, made 121 million. This movie had a budget of like, I think it was 123 million, and did not make enough. It didn't make up back, 10 times its budget, which is not surprising. But you could definitely see that they put the budget to use in this one. And I will say that I enjoy the action of this movie, and I enjoy Will Smith and Martin Lawrence's, like, whenever they're talking to each other, or at each other, really. Like, that is enjoyable. But the storyline in this is just very, I wouldn't say, it's too convoluted. There's so many, like, okay, this thing is going on over here, then you go over here, then you find out this thing, you go over here to do this thing, where these people are doing that, and you're going here and that, and this, like, it works. Like, if you actually pay attention, yes, it does follow along, and, like, you can make sense of it, but it's just, it seems like, and that's okay, it seems like they kind of stitched the storyline together to facilitate the action set pieces. It's like they filmed a few action set pieces and they were like, okay, how do we get these all to connect? And so I think that the storyline was not the main focus, but so much of the action was. And then, the Martin Lawrence and Will Smith arguing. And like Martin Lawrence always has excellent comedic timing, and Will Smith is pretty much excellent in all of his movies. Regardless of the slap thing, he's excellent in the movies. And yeah, so this movie, I really like some of the action set pieces. Like when they're having the shootout in the house where they're like swinging around. I watched the special features on that at one point, and it was cool how like what they did with CGI that you don't see to facilitate the possibility of that camera angles and those things happening. And then I also saw the special features of the Hummer drive that they did, or Hummer 2, Hummer 3, whatever that Hummer was. And that was pretty neat to see, as well as, the storyline behind the house that they went into, the big house, I guess the mansion, and all that. Like, it was the behind the scenes and, like, the action set pieces are very entertaining and very awesome. It's a Michael Bay-isms. He knows how to do a good action scene, and the action scenes in this do not disappoint. They're awesome. But the movie does, it's kind of, I guess maybe the storyline just isn't interesting enough to keep your attention while all these different parts are going on, and you're back and forth and here and there and that and the other thing going on. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because you're here to see Martin Lawrence and Will Smith argue with one another and action to happen. And you get that a ton in this movie. So I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. And also, the drug dealer guy, as I mentioned at the beginning of this review, is excellent and do highly recommend him in Riddick. And just in all of his parts, he just excellent. Every single time he's on screen, it's perfection. So, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie overall, even though the plot is a little is a little meh to follow. So, yeah, if if you like the first one, I think you'll like this one even more because it doesn't have that stupid main plot, but it has even better action, even more action, and funny bits with the comedy. So, yeah, that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Bye.